Hi everyone, it's Rachel with Rachel's Super Cute Creations. Happy New Year to everybody. Welcome to the first craft with me for the year. And I want to thank you for coming. I want to thank you for those of you who are watching the replay. But we're going to use up some more of those scraps. And so a lot of my channel at the beginning of the year is going to be focused on using up those scraps. So I'm going to just put a couple of things in the messages over here on the right hand side. Hi Laura, welcome. Thank you so much for coming and Happy New Year. So one of the new things I have is I have a new Facebook page called Super Cute Creations. And they are, so I'm putting a link in the live chat. And I have a giveaway going on right now. So if you haven't checked it out, hi Kelly, welcome. If you haven't checked it out yet, please head over and check that out because I have a giveaway taking place next Friday. And I'll talk about that a little more as we get going. Hi, Emma. Welcome. Glad to see you here. So I see a few more people are coming in. So I'm just going to start talking. First of all, I just want to say welcome to 2020. I'm so excited. Super Cute Creations has some amazing things that are going to happen in 2020. I'm so excited. In case you can't tell, I have a lot of changes that are going to be happening in my business, in my personal life, and in my work life. So very, very excited about that. And the first thing I want to let everybody know is I do have a calendar. Oh, darn it. Facebook's going to be backwards again today. Apologize for that. Hi, Penny. Welcome. Happy New Year. Glad to see you. Haven't talked to you in so long. So anyway, as I was saying, Super Cute Creations has a calendar now, and I'm going to be kind of letting you know ahead of time when I'm going to be live. So first of all, every Sunday at 6 p.m., I will either be live if I'm not available because it is volleyball travel season for my daughter. And there's a couple of Sundays that I may not be able to be live because we're traveling on the road. I'll have a video posted at 6 p.m. So you'll at least get a video. So that's exciting. On my new Facebook page, every Tuesday, I'm going to be doing sort of a, hi Debbie, welcome. Oh, I'm glad you're new and I'm glad you're excited. Welcome, welcome. Jody, welcome. Anyway, on Tuesdays on my Facebook page, I'm going to be doing all kinds of techniques that have to do with painting and mixed media. So I'm going to do a variety of different crafts, a variety of different things, because a lot of the things that my viewers talked about last year was that they have all these supplies, but they don't know how to use them. And they don't need any more supplies. I don't know about you guys, but I have tons and tons of supplies. Things are getting stacked up. And so, yes, I have an Etsy shop. And yes, I want you to purchase things from me if you need things. But a lot of us need to just use up what we have. So excited about that. So that's one of the first new things. The other thing that I want to talk about is I am going to start doing local events. So if you're local here in Michigan, I am doing events at various places. A lot of them are paint parties, but I'm doing some mixed media pieces and some other things. And I will be doing, finally excited, I'm not sure when it's going to release, you guys, but I'm going to have virtual classes available. So those of you that a lot of you were giving me feedback saying, hey, I really wish I could take your class, but I live in Florida or I live in Puerto Rico, so I now have a virtual classes and I'm excited. So I'll give you more information about that as soon as we're ready for that. But tonight, some of you may have caught it earlier. I did some coffee dyed paper because I was getting ready and getting all prepared for you guys. And then I realized I did not have any more coffee paper. Oh, so I did a quick tutorial on how to make coffee dyed paper quickly if you're in a pinch. And that beautiful coffee dyed paper is right here. Yep, I did this without baking it. So if you did not see that video, if you didn't catch it, head over to my Facebook page and check out that video after this, because I was able to do this without baking it. And so I made all of these papers in about 20 minutes. This one has some lacing in it too. And not a bit of baking took place. So we're going to use those in our project, but let's get started. I know I was talking, but I was so excited to talk to all of you at the beginning of this video because I've missed you. It's been kind of quiet, and I'm excited to get back in 2020. Okay, so the first thing we're going to make today are these little stuffies, and these stuffies are going, oh, darn it. Oh, Emma, you did see it. Wonderful. These stuffies are very fun. They are made from a template that I used from a gum container. Hi, Luann. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. So if you read the information, it said to have a pack of gum. Okay. Well, you only need, when you're done with it, you need the wrapper from the gum, because this is kind of your template. And once you start your template, you really don't need this again. Okay. But you do need it because you need this part, and you need to figure out where this little mark is going to be. So we're going to make these cute little stuffies. And then I also made this one where I put some coffee dyed paper on the inside, and then I put a little notepad in here. So these, oh goodness, I'm so sorry that this is, I'm not sure why this is doing this. We had some problems earlier with the camera. So hopefully that'll stop. Okay. All right. Okay. Hi, Sherry. Welcome. I hope I didn't miss anybody, but keep saying hello if you're in here. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So all I did is, you guys have been asking me, Rachel, what do you do with all of that collage paper? And so I had to come up with a project for you guys. Oh, darn it. For you guys. We may have to, I may have to start a second one. I'm going to try to not have to do that. I'm getting excited and it's moving and we're causing problems here. So, oh, and there I go bumping it again. Okay. So what you need to do is start with a 2.5 inch strip. And so we're going to do two things today. We're going to make these cute little matchbooks, and we're going to make these little stuffies. So we're going to end up today with 2 of these. So I start with an 8.5 by 11 paper, because you all know that I do all of my collaging on 8.5 by 11. And so what I do is I just get my paper cutter out. And I cut my paper at 2.5 inches wide. 2.5 inches wide, which puts us at 3 inches. But, well, I'm sorry. Puts us at 5 inches. Oh, goodness. My cutter's not working very good. There we go. Okay. So 2.5 and 2.5 is 5 inches. And that leaves us with a 3.5 inch piece. I'm sorry, a 3. Okay. It left us with a 3 inch, but it should have been a 3.5. This must not have been a full sheet when I did my, oh, it's a book page. Normally I do it out of copy paper, but this one's a book page. So anyway, we're going to end up with 2 of these and 1 of these when we're all done. Okay. So I also cut some, this is an 8.5 by 11, and that's right, a 2.5, 2.5, and you end up with a 3.5. So this is just a piece of craft cardstock. All right, and we can put our paper cutter away. So the rocket science behind this is you want to take your bigger sheets and we're going to set those to the side. And we're only going to work with our 2.5-inch strips. And what I do is I take my wrapper and I just line it up at the bottom. Now, a lot of your gum packages are going to have this cutout. You can cut it out if you want, and I'll show you what it looks like, but I don't like the looks of it. But if you like the looks of it, that's fine. So if you cut it out, you end up with something that looks like this. And that's fine. I mean, you still could put a little notebook in here and we'll still use this one, but there's no reason for us to have this. This is so the gum could come out. We don't need that. So all I do is line this up on the bottom, and you can actually cut 2 of these at a time. I would not recommend doing this to start. And you can see my gum package is just a little bit. Oh, let me talk about the gum package first. So this is what the gum package would look like. All right. And it would have had a piece right here. I just cut that off on both sides. Okay. And then all that leaves us just this piece. Okay. So then what I want to do is I want to line this up. And then I take a pencil and I trace, I just roughly go straight across. I just trace around this part right here. Okay. And then I come down here and I make a little mark where I want it to fold. Now be careful because you have 2 folds here. So you have 1 and then you have 2. So you need to decide where are you going to fold it at. I will typically put an X on the one I don't want to use as a fold. So these are the 2 I do not want to use as a fold, which means this is my fold and this is my fold. Happy New Year, Linda. You absolutely can still say Happy New Year. Okay. Everybody following me? Then I take my pencil and I just put a little mark on where that fold is going to be. And I know it's hard for you to see, so I'll come up close to the camera. See these 2 little lines right here? And then I can take and put my template to the side. Okay. The next thing I do is I'll take my scissors and I will just cut around here. I save these pieces because those I can use as bases for my snip or my little my scrappy tidbits. And then I cut around carefully. And then I cut straight across. Okay. And you end up with something that looks like this. Now, you can get out your scoreboard if you want, but I wanted to make sure that this tutorial was for people with minimal supplies. So all you need is a ruler. I just take my ruler, I line it up on my 2 dots right here, and I fold it up. Now, what is going to happen is it's not going to be perfect because we have 2 pieces. So then I just kind of come up here and I'm going to crease it. If you don't have a bone folder, use your pencil. I'm going to grab my bone folder and I'm going to create my crease. Okay. Because I do these in assembly line, I then would go and do my second one. Do the same thing. Line it up. And crease it. Okay. Line my 2 up again, because we're going to be all about this year having our embellishments ready to go for our journals and using up these scraps. We're not going to just do one at a time, okay? So now I'm lining up again on those 2 marks, giving myself a little crease. Coming back with my bone folder. And in this case, I like to put this one up. Oh, look, and I didn't line it up correctly. So I made a mistake somewhere. We need to look at this. Why did this not? I must have put the wrong one. Yep, I sure did. Look at you guys. I marked the one that didn't have the X. See that? Should have marked the one up here. So you know what? When we go to do the next ones, I'm going to put a line on this so I don't make that mistake next time. That's all right. We'll just adjust it. All we have to do, let's see here. All we have to do is just come up a little bit on this one. There we go. See, all I did is adjust it a little bit, and that's okay because we're going to cover that anyway, so I'm not worried about that fold. Or if you didn't want to do that, you could cut this piece down and it would be just fine, but we're going to cover it. I'll make sure we do it. See what happens? I get talking and not paying attention and make a mistake. All right. So there we go. So now we're just going to take our bone folder or our pencil or our ruler, and we're just going to make sure that these are nice and flat. Okay. Now I'm going to set these to the side, and we're going to do it the correct way on these. All right. So I'm going to line it up. And when I do collage papers, I typically only do one at a time just because they're thicker. All right, so I'm marking on my line, and I'm marking on my line this time, the correct one. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to trace this. Come straight over. You guys probably can't see that very well. I'm keeping this piece because, look, I already have a collage piece for our snippet. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go around. And I'm not going to talk this time. All right, so I'm lining up the 2. And I love these collage ones because they really are just pretty much done. All you have to do is add an embellishment on them, or you can leave them just like they are. And it's that simple. Yeah, I always run out of them too, Penny, and that's why we're going to do some mass producing this year. That is my goal. In fact, I want to talk a little bit about, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry about this camera. How many of you create vision boards each year? Has anybody created a vision board this year? I'm going to adjust my camera. Does anybody create one this year? I created one. I create one every year, but this year I did one on canvas. Would you guys like to see it? It's small. It's an 8 by 10, but it's awesome. least I think it's awesome. You guys interested in looking at it? All right. Let's see here. Okay. So here it is. So the first thing, no vision board for you, Laura? Oh, goodness. Well, think about it because you still have plenty of time to do a vision board. So, one of the things that I love to do each year is I love to select a word. And my word for 2020 is challenge. And challenge is going to be everything in my life. This year, I have challenged myself to use up as many of my paper scraps and my crafting supplies that I've been hoarding as I can. I'm challenging myself to build my business. I'm challenging myself to build my YouTube channel. I'm challenging because right now, you guys, I think I'm at, I don't know, almost 4,000 subscribers. My goal by the end of this year is 10,000 subscribers. So I'm going to build, it's my goal to build that channel. And so one of the things about vision boards, your word is breathe. I love that, Laura. So this word is what I center myself on every day. And I know that there's going to be multiple challenges, and I need to think about, when there's a challenge, how do I stand back up and how do I rise above that? And so that's this year. And then all of these other things are things that I want. This is my vision. It may not happen this year, it may not happen next year. But if I don't have it in front of me every day, how am I going to know? So I'm going to increase confidence. And for those of you that know me, you're probably like, really? Are you kidding me? Increase confidence? No, for me, it's increasing confidence in my social media. I feel like I don't have enough confidence in my Instagram and my YouTube and my Facebook. And so I'm going to increase my confidence in using social media to reach out to all of you. So that's that. Be fabulous. I just want to be fabulous every day. And so I want to laugh. I want to smile more. 2019 had a lot of challenges for me. And so those are things I want to do. I want to have a more stress free life. That means decluttering. That means getting rid of all these scraps that I've been hoarding. It means keeping myself organized so that I can provide, things like the calendar, so I can provide things to you guys and just not stress myself out. Um, Health. Um, I lost some weight in 2019 and I'm hoping to lose some more weight, but I'm not so much concerned about weight. I just want to be healthy. I want to be able to do things with my daughter. I want to be able to do different things. And my other thing is smart food solutions. I hate to cook, you guys. I hate it because it's time I could be crafting. It's time I could be spending with all of you. And so this year it has to be about smart food solutions. I have to prep. I have to make sure that I do that. And I put very few pictures on mine because I like words. Words to me are very important, but some people use a lot of pictures and things like that. Um, and then my quote is release the joy that is inside another, and you release the joy that's inside of you. So for me, it's all about 2020 is going to be all about how do I release what I have inside me to everybody. And I have to tell you a quick little story. I know you're all here to watch me craft, but I did this today. I was at the gas station and I saw this older woman. She had to be in her 80s, you guys. Tiny, frail woman, and she was there to pump gas. And she got out of her car, and it was freezing cold in Michigan. It's winds blowing, it's snowing, it's really, really, really windy. And she gets out of her car and I see her go to her back seat. And I'm thinking to myself, why is she going to her back seat? This poor little woman is about 4'11", tiny, frail, maybe 90 pounds. And out she pulls a walker. And so I stopped what I was doing and I walked over and I said, "Ma'am, can I help you pump your gas?" And she said, "Oh my gosh." She smiled and she said, "You are so sweet. If you'd help me, that would be wonderful." And I'm like, "Absolutely. Get back in your car. It's too cold for you to be out here. Let me help you get this, your walker back in your car." And I stood outside for 4 extra minutes pumping someone else's gas, and I released the joy that I had for today on Sunday to her. And I was able to do that. And so I've already lived this vision today. And I just think that that's really important. And then making money helping others. My full-time job is a principal. That's what I do. And yes, I have an Etsy business, and my goal in my business is to get supplies and bring you all things and teach you all things and make money from it. But my full-time job is taking care of children, taking care of adults. I'm a principal. And so for me, it's about helping others. And I make my money every day by helping children in an inner city place. And so this is my vision. This is what I plan to do. And guess where I'm keeping this this canvas. This canvas is, I made it these colors and I added glitter and I added gold because it is going um, on my vanity in my bathroom. So every day when I get up, I can read all these things. I can affirm what it is that my vision is and what it is I want to do for my day. And my goal is each day to touch one of these things at least. So that's my little story of my little vision board. And I hope you guys like it. I hope I didn't bore you to death with that little story and all that's going on. I know you guys were here to do Stuffies. But I wanted to share because I'm excited about that. And then as we move through the evening, I'll show you. I also created a list of 100 things that I want. Who was inspired by another um, very talented artist, and so then I moved from the vision board to what is it that I want out of life, and what is it that I feel that I need to put some things on paper so that I can make things happen. Because I think a lot of times, hi Debbie, welcome. Um, so I think a lot of times what we do um, is is we say it, but we don't. At least for me, I don't always go through with it, and so um, that's kind of my goal this year. And I'm just really excited about 2020. I'm excited for a new start. I'm excited for what's going to happen. I'm really excited for my YouTube channel. I'm excited for um, my Facebook page. And so that's just a little bit about it. So I hope I didn't bore you all. I hope you liked those. What do you guys think of the vision board? Anybody inspired to do one? You don't even have to do it to that extent, you guys. You can get a poster board, and you can do it in a junk journal. Actually, I'll tell you, I actually am thinking about creating another one just like that, but in this trifold manner so that I can carry it with me in my planner. I'm not sure how it's going to work yet, but with my goals are just some things that I want to do. Okay, so I think we folded up everything. Everybody's quiet tonight. I must be boring you all. All right. So the next thing you have to do with all of these that you build is you have to cut the little slit in. And that was sort of the hardest part for me to figure out. So at first, I tried to measure it from the little extra container here. And you can do that. I wasn't very successful with it. I originally tried to line it up and I folded this back and I tried to put a little pencil mark in there. It just didn't work. Didn't line up. Now, you guys do this however you want. But for me, what I did is I decided to take my pencil. Excuse me. And I decided to just put a dot above and below. Oops, this little jog. And then I just take a razor blade and I just draw or just cut a line. And then I make sure that it fits in there. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and do that for all of them. Oops. And I broke my pencil. Let's grab a different one. Of course I would break my pencil on live. So one of the virtual classes that I'm going to hold is going to be one of these canvas vision boards, something that is permanent for you. It's more than just a poster board. So that's one of the classes that I'll be doing, but there'll be more mixed media and journal classes and things like that as well. So let's see what everybody's saying. Erin, you like more pictures in yours? I know some people do. Some like more pictures, and that's totally fine. You know, I did a session with some ladies, and you know, they were focused on you know, getting houses and fashion and that kind of stuff, and so they just really wanted to have pictures, and that's cool. But for me, and I don't know, it must come from my original career of being an English teacher, is that I like words, and words mean a lot to me. And so for me, the affirmations every day are very important. Okay, so I'm going to put this away so I don't cut myself, because I am notorious for leaving it out with the blade open. All right, and so now we have these cute little flips. So on these, my thought was we could just take some napkin and we could do a quick collage with some napkin on it. Because I have not worked with napkins. I have been hoarding napkins. So we are going to, I'm going to get my glue stick. You guys, I just started using this Elmer's Extreme, and I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I don't know if anybody else has any experience with it, but I am very impressed with it. All right, so I'm just going to put my glue down, and I'm going to line this up, and then I'm going to pull back to wherever I didn't get glue, and I'm going to glue the rest of that down. I like the dry method of collaging, but you absolutely could use Mod Podge. Oh my goodness, I can't even talk today. Mod Podge, excuse me. You can absolutely do that. Oh, Linda, I hope you do. I'm telling you, I really think that vision boards are the way to go. And there is a ton of research. If you read about it, there's a ton of research out there about vision boards and how much things come true, because it's in your face every day, and you kind of make it happen. And so for me, because I look at it every morning, it's really about, okay, what are you going to do today, Rachel? How are you going to make this happen? How are you going to come home? Because when you come home tonight and you look at that again, are you going to be able to say you made something happen? And so that's kind of where I'm at. All right. And then I have these words. These words are from Calico Collage. And what I'm going to do is I want these to kind of go like this. Don't you think that would work? Hi, Mitzi. And then we can do some faux drawing on there so it looks like it was supposed to be there. And this whole embrace your journey, I think it called to me because I'm ready to embrace 2020. Oh, and what I didn't tell you about my picture is my ultimate goal is to go to Hawaii someday. And so I decided we've been talking about it for a long time. So I've decided that I'm going to put it on my vision board until it happens. And I'm going to stop talking about it and I'm going to figure out ways to do it. Okay, so all I did is take a Sharpie and I just put those lines in and this is done. Now, what can you do on the inside? Well, that's the fun part. So I would take any of your scrap paper. Remember, these are about 2.5 inches wide. But if you don't want to get your cutter out again, use a ruler. Remember I said we're going to start using things that we have on us. And so I want this to be just a smidge smaller. Let me move this up. Sorry, guys. I want this to be just a smidge smaller than my. And now I can lay these on top. And then I do have to figure out how long they can be because come up about, go a little smaller than that. I will keep those because those are good bases. That I can take this. And if I don't want my staple on the back, okay, so this is the piece I want to show you guys. I don't want to staple this. I could just staple it and be done. But I don't want to do that because if I staple that, you're going to see the staple back here. So what I do is I staple it now, just like that. I go into my scraps and I pull out a book page. Maybe. Of course, I'm pulling out everything but a book page. All right, well, I pulled this music page out twice, so we're going to use this music page. All right, so then what I do, oops, this is a very old book page, is I will take this, I'll rip a piece off, and I will use this to cover my little notebook. Remember, we're using scraps up, so this is something where you don't need a lot of supplies or a lot of tools. You just need all those scraps that you've been hanging on to because you just couldn't get rid of them. Okay, so I'm going to put this over top. It's okay. I like it, but it's not perfect. And then I'm going to go ahead. I don't need quite that much. So we'll tear that off. Put my glue on. All right, so I now have this little pad. Then I'm going to take my Fabri-Tac. and I'm going to glue it right here at the top. Okay, just like that. Now, I could, if I wanted to, I could make a small little pocket or tuck right here. Let's go ahead and do that with this piece here. I don't want to go too high because this is where my little end goes in. So, anybody have any major goals for 2020? I want to know, what are your crafting goals? Or any goal you have. I'm not setting resolutions anymore. New Year's resolutions, I'm done with that. I'm setting goals. And then I have an idea. We could make some little mini tags to go in here. These would be really cute. All right, so I'm going to cut. I'm going to cut. Grab my little hole punch. And there we go. We now have this cute little stuffy. And that can fit right into a pocket. Or this is nice to keep it in your purse. Slide it in your purse. Put it in a pocket. It looks like, to me, I don't know if I have one. That might be darn close to being big enough for a gift card. Look at that. I think it will fit it, you guys. You could put it up here if you wanted to. And that would fit. It could be a gift card holder. Looking to read more, Luann? I am too. And I know if you guys are following me on Facebook, you guys have saw the new book that I'm reading, but oh, I am just in love with Big Magic. Creative Living Beyond Fear. It is so amazing. She talks about creativity and how to make art, find ways to address challenges and not being able to make art. Just so amazing. And I just love it. I finished the first section. I'm on permission now, which is, it just really talks about those of us who like to use art and whatever kind of art that is, and how some people just don't understand it, or any of that. So anyway, great book. If you guys are looking for a book, if you haven't, would you please give me a thumbs up for this video? I see there's quite a few of us in here, and if you would give me a thumbs up, I would greatly appreciate it. Or, if you don't like this video, give me a thumbs down. That works too. But it does help me stay out in front and allows other crafters to be able to see this video. Okay, so that's how you do these. What do you guys think? Do you like these? Do you like these little booklets? I think they're really cute, and I think they're fun. So let's do one more. Well, let's do this one, and then we'll do one more after that. And then we'll move on to little matchbooks, which you all know how to make those. That's not anything new. but I wanted to show you, sometimes we forget, something. This is probably something new. You might not have seen this before, but a lot of times we forget about embellishments that we did back in the beginning when we first started. So for this one, I'm going to go ahead and use my stapler to create my little notebook, because I'm going to put an embellishment on the back. And to stick with my 2020 theme, I'm going to get one of my clusters, and we're going to be fierce. But I want to add some fabric because I think that would be fun. So I'm going to just tear a little bit. Oh, thank you, Laura. Look at all those thumbs up. You guys are amazing. All right. So I'm coming in here. I'm going to put my little bit of fabric down. Yeah, these are easy and they're fun. And even people who don't understand junk journaling, like, this would be cute to slip in a little card. People know what little notebooks or little pads of paper are. They know what that is. So there we go. We're going to be fierce in 2020. And it was that simple, you guys. So, a lot of times what I like to do is just make these, put the little pads in them so they're ready to go. And then I just stack them up. You can use lined paper, because in this one, I use lined paper in this one. That's fine. I had some old lined paper and I corner rounded everything. So let's put an embellishment on this one though. Now, like I said, I don't normally put embellishments on them until I'm ready to use them, but that one looks awful pretty, doesn't it? Let's put that one on there. And they're just that simple. So if you had these little booklets made up and you had a pile of them and you went to go do something, you could just pull it out and start working. You wouldn't have to wait. All right. Oh, come on. And you can use your cutter. If you were really going to sit down and make a bunch of these, you might want to pre-cut your strips at, 2¼ roughly. And you could have them ready to go so that all you had to do is grab them in a pile. And I don't know. For me, using a ruler and tearing paper is a little bit therapeutic for me. Don't ask me why. I'm weird. I know. All right. So this one, they're not exactly lined up, but I'm okay with that. This is just a little scrappy booklet. I'm going to grab my music paper again. I'm going to take a little piece of it. We're going to cover up. I hope everybody had a great Christmas holiday. We were very busy. Of course, I was off from school, but it sure didn't feel like I was off. Let's see. Yeah, I get it. It's, would you guys like to see some organization tutorials this year? How to organize all those embellishments and keep them in. Okay, you would. Okay, yeah. As I'm starting to look at, so there we go. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 of them made, And then these I would just keep behind here ready to go. And so if I made these, oops, then what I do is I grab a rubber band. Sorry, I have to walk over. I was packing Etsy orders, so I have my rubber bands not on my desk. And then I would just rubber band them like this, and then I have them. And then, you know, I have my little embellishment boxes with all of these little things in there, and I would just throw them in here. All right. So last but not least, this is not a new method by any means, but it's an often forgotten method. So I want to bring it back up today before we go. Now, before I do that, I also want to make sure to let you know that I now have Super Chat, which is something that I haven't had before. So if you wish to give me a Super Chat, it would be greatly appreciated. I don't, it's not required. I'm not pushing it, but I do have access to Super Chat now. So I guess I'm big enough in the YouTube world to have it, which means that if you wanted to give me, you know, $1 or $2 to keep my channel going, then you would be able to do that. So I just received notification that that I have Super Chat now. So it's kind of exciting because I don't really know how it works other than what I've done in other videos. Or when I've been on other lives and things where people can, you know, just give a donation towards you. All right, so now we're going to make these quick little notepads. So I fold them up about 1/2 inch, and then I take the top and I come down. I don't know if you guys can see this. See that? Think of a matchbook. It can't come all the way down because it will not work, but it needs to come down enough. Well, this is your year to make your journal. We're going to hold you to it, Emma. We're going to hold you to making that journal this year. Okay. So now I'm going to take my paper. I'm going to do the same thing we did on the other one. Grab another piece of paper. I like to do about 4 to 6 sheets depending on what I'm using it for. If you get it too many more pages after that, they get too bulky and they're too thick to go in your journals as tucks. Now, if you're not making them for journal tucks or for embellishments and you're just making them to use in your purse or separately, then I would say, you know, you could do 8 to 10 pages and they would be fine. All right. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 in this one. So the next thing I want to do is I want to put this all the way down. And I need to figure out, and then I usually go ahead and I just give myself a staple at that point. And I'm stapling about halfway up. And there we go. We just made another little booklet. Now, these little booklets are cute because you can embellish either side of them. You can embellish this side if you want, so that when you tuck it in, it's like that. You can embellish them like this so that when they flip this up, the embellishment is on top. I like to embellish them. Sometimes I'll just embellish this part right here, or you can embellish right here. I like to flip down and write this way, but you can do these however you want. Oh no, Emma, you don't get to leave. We're just going to hold you accountable. You have 364 days, 62 days to do it. So I didn't say how big your journal had to be. I just said you're going to make a journal this year. Don't leave us. Don't leave us. All right, so let's do this again. So I'm folding up here, bringing this top one down. Now, if you don't want them this long, you can make them shorter. I make them all different heights because it depends on what I'm using them for. Sometimes I'll just grab one of these out of my embellishment bin because I need something to write on. And and so I'll just grab that. I use these a lot for like Christmas lists. So if it's getting close to Christmas time, this is a great thing for Christmas lists because I can keep this small thing right inside my wallet. I don't have to put it in my purse. I don't have to try to dig. It's in my wallet right next to my money. And so that's another thing that I like those for. All right. So we're going to go ahead and do this one. And while I'm doing this one, I would like to do a giveaway in the chat tonight. And so in order to enter that, what I need you to do is I'm going to have you pick a number, my tried and true, pick a number. But here's the deal, you guys. A lot of you forget to email me. So I end up with all of these prizes. So I'm going to tell you, if you want a prize in 2019 and you didn't get it from me, it's because you didn't email me. Even if you've gotten a prize from me before, I need you to email me each time, please, 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 please. And so I have all the prizes that I had left over from 2019. I took those prizes and I divided them back out, and we're going to give them away again in 2020. And hopefully you guys will remember to email me right after the feed so that I can ship them out to you. I typically will mail them out to you the next day or within that week. So it's important that you do that so that I can get them out to you. All right. So this one, I had 3 sheets and I folded them in half because I knew that they would fit. And they do. They fit perfect. And so now I'm just going to, okay. Hi, Polly. How are you? Happy New Year. I haven't heard from you in a while. I hope all is well. I'm really not liking that. I think it's a little too, take off just a little bit. There we go. There we go. That one fits much better. Okay. So I'm going to do a couple of giveaways, and I already have my little envelopes ready here. So all I have to have you do is, and I'm going to start writing these in pencil now because I'm tired of wasting envelopes. Oh, you know what, Laura? Well, that's very nice of you. That's very nice of you. Okay. So I'm going to write a number between 1 and 30. And I want you to go ahead, and when I say go, I want you to type in a number between 1 and 30. And the person who's closest to my number without going over will win. Go. And while you're doing that, I'm going to try to find an embellishment to embellish this one. This one's really cute. Wouldn't that be pretty? Actually, I think I'm going to put that one on this one. All right, I hope everybody got their number in. Okay. So I'm going to hit stop, and at this time, the number is 15. So the person closest without going over looks like Linda. Congratulations, Linda. Congratulations. I'm going to pop in one of these little booklets that we made today. Oops, and I broke my... And congratulations. All right. So if you send me an email, and I will put my email up. RachelReed2014@gmail.com. I will mail this out to you tomorrow. All right. So for the next giveaway, let's see who's going to win this one. This one is going to be for this little cutie. And this little cutie I want you to tell me in the feed give me one of the words off of my vision board. And the first person, when I say go, after I type that, the first person in my feed that has something from my vision board will get this little prize. Go. All right. Luann was the winner. Remember, this was my vision board. You guys all got them, though. Great job, Emma, Erin, Deborah. I didn't have super in it, but super cute creations, I'll take it because I am super every day. So congratulations, Luann. This one's coming to you. Oh, yeah, Polly, I know you came in a little bit late. We talked about it. You'll have to catch replay. All right. So Luann Summers, congratulations. Yay, Luann. Yay, Linda. Woohoo. Okay. Last one. I have one more envelope. I'm going to fill this envelope with these two little items. I'm going to write a new number. I want you, anybody who's in here, to pick a number between 1 and 30. 1 and 30. Go. And this one I wrote in Sharpie marker this time. Thanks, Luann. I just got it. Thank you so much. I will ship that out to you tomorrow, honey. So while we're waiting for these numbers to come in and we're kind of wrapping up for the night, first of all, I hope these two little ideas helped you all out. I hope that my vision board might have inspired a couple of you. I want to talk a little bit about some of the new things that are coming to my shop and my channel. I have started to make these, and I've been teaching these locally, and I'm going to have a virtual class. These are wood paintings. I made them smaller because I can ship them with all the supplies and everything to you guys for $5. I'm sorry, the shipping is $5. And so I was trying really hard. A lot of you have seen all of my wood paintings and things that I've been doing. And a lot of people were like, oh, I wish I was closer. I wish I could do it. And, a couple people asked me, could I ship them and teach it online, like I do some of my other courses. And I weighed them, and the cost to ship them was just ridiculous. So my husband and I did not sleep for 2 days, and I just was like, I really need something smaller. I want to do something mixed media for all of my YouTube people, and I want them to be able to do a kit. I want them to be able to craft along with me and have the same experience that my painters have when they paint with me. And so I came up with these two designs, and they are so cool. The kits are going to come with the wood piece, collage pack. It'll come with some bling. It's going to come with some jelly papers. It's going to come with some fabrics and things like that. But it's going to come with acrylic paint in little containers, and which I've ordered. I'm waiting for those to come in. And then I also have figured out a way to give you guys some amazing, expensive. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm buffering. Oh no. Are we still buffering, guys? I hope it's still buffering. Oh, I found a way to also be able to give you some really high quality watercolors. I did a sample up last night, and then of course I put something on top of it. But these are high quality watercolors that are very, very expensive. And I will be able to give you a palette of watercolors that all you're going to have to do. It will also come with a brush. You're just going to have water, and you'll be able to use those watercolor paints. It'll come to you all in a kit together, the fibers, everything. So very excited about being able to offer those. And then what I'd like to do is do a virtual class. We'll have a video, and then I'd like to do some giveaways and things for those of you who join this event. This event probably is not going to happen until I won't start selling these kits probably until closer to the end of January. And then what I want to do is like a giveaway challenge. So if you guys complete your kit within a certain time frame, and I'll give you guys like a month or so to do that, and then we'll display them, and we'll do a little parade with them, and then I'll be able to take those pictures that you guys send me. And I'm hoping, remember, I'm increasing my confidence in social media. I'm hoping that I'll be able to create a video to be able to show all of everybody who's participated in that first challenge and that first event. And then that'll probably be in February. And then in March, then I will come out with a new kit of wood pieces, and we'll do something totally different. So that's horrible English, Rachel. I have some other sketches that I have going on. So I don't know if you guys are interested, if you guys think it would be fun. I think it would be really fun. And these are so cool because they just set up, and they can be in your craft room, or I have these little hangers that we'll be able to put in the back, so we'll be able to hang these in our craft rooms. We'll be able to sign them and date them on the edges, and I just think they're so cool. I'm excited about them. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really excited about releasing them. Excuse me. Okay, so let's look at the number. I got so excited talking about these new mixed media pieces. So the number is 20. Who was closest without going over? Absolutely, Luann. Actually, that's what I'm going to do too. Is I'm actually going to use the UV polyurethane, and I think mine are going in the garden too. Both of them, the owl on one side and the garden fairy on the other. Linda, you won again? Are you kidding me, Linda? Oh my goodness. Congratulations, Linda. Congratulations. All right. So I'm going to put my email in the thread. I'm not exactly sure what the pricing, fingers crossed, and don't quote me, but I'm hoping shipped to you and everything. If I can get everything the way I think I can, I think I might be able to ship them to you. You get the whole kit, the class, everything for $30. That's my goal. Worst case scenario, really try to $30. I might run an intro special for people and give you a little bit of a discount. So if you're interested in maybe doing this mixed media challenge with these kits, the other thing is you'll get the pattern. Like I'll have a printout of the pattern. I'm also going to show you how to make all of these embellishments because I made all of these embellishments. That'll be part of the video. And so anyway, if you're interested, send me an email. Send me an email at Rachel Reed. Oh, and I did my email wrong in the thread. Sorry, guys. I have my computer in a different spot tonight. So if you are interested in maybe taking this class, getting a kit, shipping it to you, and then being part of that, send me an email and then I'll put you on a waiting list because I already have a waiting list for these. So I'm kind of trying to gauge about how many people are going to be interested in it. So if you are interested and thinking you might be interested in them, they're going to be anywhere. Like I said, I'm going to try to keep them at $30, $35 max to ship to you because unfortunately postage is going up again, in case you didn't know. So, and we would probably start at the end of January. First week of February would be when the payments were due. And then I might do a pre-sale and give you a few dollars off if you buy them early. But if you are interested, send me an email and I'll put you on that email list when I'm ready to release. And then I'll also do a release on my Facebook channel. But I'm sorry, Facebook and YouTube channel. Okay, last thing, and then I promise I'll let you go because we've been on here for an hour and 14 minutes. I have a giveaway going on in my Facebook group. Super Cute Creations Rachel. If you go over there and click the giveaway link, I have pinned it to the top. If you comment, you like the post, and you share it, you are going to get 3 tickets in this jar to win a $20 Super Cute Creations gift certificate. This $20 allows you to come to a live event. So if you're local and you want to come to a live event, a live class with me, you can do that. Or for all of you who are my virtual friends, you can purchase off of Super Cute Creations. So if you won this, and let's say these kits end up being $35, you'd only have $15 in this challenge, and you would get some amazing supplies along with it. So head on over. I'm going to draw the winner on Friday, the 10th, this Friday at 6 a.m. So it's going to be drawn on my YouTube or my Facebook channel. I'm sorry, my Facebook page. I've got to get YouTube and Facebook in two separate spots there. And so if you share it and someone from your share clicks on it and goes through all of these things, then you'll get an additional ticket in there. If you purchase something from my Etsy store this week before Friday, you'll get an additional ticket put in. So those are all kind of things that'll be happening. I hope everybody has a fantastic week. I want to leave you with the quote that I focused on today, and that's release the joy that is inside another, and you release the joy that's inside of you. And that's from Neil. Tuesday, the 7th at 8 p.m. in my Facebook channel, I will be doing mini paint pours on small canvases. That's going to be really fun. So if you would like to join me for that, I would love to see each and every one of you. Have a blessed and wonderful week, and challenge yourself to do something amazing this week. Bye, everyone.